So good morning students, welcome you back once again in class 11 English class. In the previous class of Ranga's marriage, I had already told you the story briefly in a nutshell. Now in this class we will read the text and I will try to explain this. I feel that this will be understandable as well as interesting to you. And if you have any queries, I welcome all your questions. That few of your friends have already asked me a few questions using their user ID and password. So you are all welcome to ask questions if you have any queries regarding this text and explanation. So let's start. That we are reading Ranga's marriage that I've already written on the board. You can see this, and it's written by Masti Venkateshwar Iyengar, that I have told about Masti Venkateshwar Iyengar in the previous class. And the characteristics of that writer is that he always likes to have a prolonged introduction before he enters the main topic of that story. And sometimes this introduction appears that as if it's irrelevant, it doesn't have any relation with the main topic. So here, let's start. That I feel you are sitting wherever you are watching this video, just keep the text with you, and I'm reading from this, that page number 16. This is the third chapter of Snapshot, and that is Ranga's marriage. When you see this title, some of you may ask, Ranga's marriage. Now I told the characteristic, the traits of giving this introduction. Here a narrator himself, writer himself, as if he is asking this question to us, to the readers, that when you see this title, some of you may ask, Ranga's marriage. Why not Ranganatha's Vivaha or Ranganatha's Vijaya? Well, yes, I know I could have used some other mouth-filling one like Jagannatha's Vijaya or Girija's Kalyana. Narrator is telling that you may ask question why you have given such a title to this story, and it could be given in other way, such as Ranganatha's Vijaya or Jagannatha's Vijaya, Girija's Kalyana, no, something like this. But then this is not about Jagannatha's victory or Girija's wedding. It's about our own Ranga's marriage, and hence no fancy title. Here fancy means imaginative. So our narrator told that why I should give some other title to this story that I am going to tell you, because this is about our own Ranga's marriage. Mark the word, own Ranga, means Ranga is very much familiar to our writer, to our narrator. That is why narrator has written that our own Ranga's marriage. Okay, and that is why I have not given any imaginative other title. As it is the story will deal about that Ranga's marriage. That is why narrator has given this title as Ranga's marriage. It's about that I told. Now Hosiali is our village, and that in the pre-reading when I just told the story you in nutshell, I told about that Hosiali is the village where our narrator used to live. You must have heard of it. When narrator is asking to us that you must have heard the name Hosiali. Then again he is asking question. No? What a pity. But it is not your fault. There is no mention of it in any geography book. Now narrator is telling, yes, you have not, if you have not heard about Hosiali, this is not your fault, because there is no mention of this name Hosiali in any geography book. Those sahibs in England writing in English probably do not know that such a place exists. And narrator is telling, yes, when the British used to dominate us, used to rule us, we can even the sahibs, the Britishers, the English people, they actually don't know that by such a name there is actually any villages there in India. And that is why probably do not know such a place exists, so make no mention of it. Our own people too forget about it. And narrator has told that our own people means the Indians who have actually had drawn the maps, who had prepared the map of India, or who have written that geography book. There also they did not mention it. You know how it is? They are like a flock of sheep. One sheep walks into a pit, the rest blindly follow it. Actually, our narrator, as if he has actually compared our Indian writer as the sheep. He has compared. Why? As British people, the English people did not mention the name Hosiali in any of the geography books or in map of India. So, our Indian people also did not mention it, as if our narrator has given that example that one sheep walks into a pit means a ditch, and the rest also follows it, blindly follows it. This is the characteristic of sheep, you know, that when a sheep actually walks there and the sheep enters or just falls in a ditch, the other sheep also blindly follow without seeing that where the sheep is going. Here our narrator actually compared the Indian writers and cartographers. Cartographers means the people who prepares or who draws map to these ships, because they actually blindly follow the English people. And why when the English people did not mention the name in any of the geography books, so our Indian writers also did not mention the name. When both the sahibs in England and our own geographers have not referred to it, you cannot expect the poor cartographer to remember to put it on the map. Can you? So narrator is telling, yes, what our poor cartographer would do, because the Indian writers and the English writers, they did not mention the name in geography book. So why we should give any blame on that poor cartographer of India, that they also, as they did not get the name in geography book, so they also did not put this village on Indian map. And so there is not even the shadow of a village on any map. And narrator is telling that there is no name, even the shadow means there is no connection with the geography book and Indian map also. As I told you that it at first it seems like that this is irrelevant. We are going to read the story about Ranga's marriage, and here our narrator is giving the introduction of village, and the village name does not occur in geography book, in map and all this. Sorry, I started somewhere and then went off in another direction. As I told, that our narrator himself realized that what I have started, what I am going to tell you about Ranga's marriage, now I have come to geography book and map, and that is why he just accepted this fact that I started somewhere and then I went off in another direction. If the state of Mysore is to Bharatbarsha what the sweet Karigadabu is to a festival meal, then Hosiali is to Mysore state what the filling is to be the Karigadabu. At first, what is Karigadabu? Now, what footnote is given? A South Indian fried sweet filled with coconut and sugar. You know, we know that Mysore is a renowned place in Bharatbarsha, in India. And our narrator is telling that Karigadabu is also very favorite, is very familiar, is a very famous festive meal in South India. So, as Mysore is important to India, as Karigadabu is important in festive time, such as Hosiali is such important to Mysore. So, Hosiali is a village in Mysore. What I have said is absolutely true, and believe me, a narrator is giving actually has started to explain to his standpoint that what I have told is just actually he now actually wants to make us believe about his standpoint. I am not the only one who speaks glowingly of Hosiali. Glowingly means here, gloriously. And narrator is telling that I am not the only person who is telling glowingly, that I am not praising Hosiali. We have a doctor in our place. His name is Gundavatta. South Indian name, so this appears like this, Gundavatta. Narrator is telling that one doctor is there in the village and his name is Gundavatta. He agrees with me. So that doctor is always praises the name Hosiali. He always actually glorifies the name Hosiali. Now he has been to quite a few places. No, not England. Now narrator is telling that Gundavatta, the doctor, that he has gone various places, is a good tourist. He had actually gone various places. No, not in England. If anyone asks him whether he has been there, he says, "No, Anna, I have left that to you." Anna is a South Indian word, it's mean elder brother. So our narrator is telling that if anyone asks our doctor that have you gone to England, then the doctor replies that no, Anna, no, my elder brother, I have not gone to there. I have just left it for you. Now, running around a flea-pestered dog is not for me. Just try to understand the meaning. Flea-pestered dog. Actually, a flea is actually a flea is a type of parasite, a small type of parasite that lives in the intestine of dog, and that flea, whenever it bites that intestine, the dog cannot take quietly or cannot take quiet rest. Actually, it always become very much as if restless, always try to move around. Here our narrator, here the doctor actually wants to say that this is not his characteristics. He actually doesn't want to roam here and there every time. He is not just like the flea pestered dog. Have you understood what is flea pestered? I told that flea is that parasite, the very tiny parasite that lives in the intestine of dog, and when it bites there inside, the dog cannot keep quiet. Okay, the dog always roams here and there. It starts to bark and becomes very restless. So our narrator actually here, the Dr. Gundabhatta wants to say that this is not his characteristics. He actually just like a flea pestered dog, he doesn't roam around here and there. Now I have seen a few places in my time though. As a matter of fact, I have seen many, and narrator is telling, yes, I have seen few places, not many, because I am not just like that flea pestered dog that always I keep on roaming here and there. But in fact, our narrator told the doctor has seen many places. We have some mango trees in our village. Now our narrator is giving the description of his village, and at first about the mango trees. Come visit us, as if our narrator is inviting us. Come visit us, and I will give you a raw mango from one of them. Our narrator is telling that in their village, lots of mango trees are there, and our narrator actually has told that if we go there, then he will give us a raw mango. Do not eat it. And again, our narrator is warning us not to eat the mango. Just take a bite. Not to actually chew and swallow, just take a bite. The soreness is sure to go straight to your Brahmarandra. Brahmarandra means the soft part in a child's head where skull bones join later. This is Brahmarandra. Our narrator is telling that the mango is so sour that if you take a bite of it, the soreness would straight cut reach to its Brahmarandra. Okay, Brahmarandra. I once took one such fruit home, and a chutney was made out of it. Our narrator actually told that once he had taken such a raw mango to his house, and a chutney was made of that raw mango. All of us ate it. Our narrator told he and other family members, they all ate this chutney. The calf we suffered from after that, and narrator told that afterwards he actually started, not only he, all the family members, they started to cough because they had eaten this chutney of this green mango. It was when I went for the cough medicine that the doctor told me about the special quality of the fruit. So when our narrator went to the doctor for the cough syrup or medicine, as all the members were coughing, then the doctor told our narrator that this is the special quality of the mango. That and the doctor must have forbade our narrator not to eat this mango, not to eat the chutney made from this mango. Just as the mango is a special, so is everything else around our village. Now question may come that our narrator in this story, in the very introduction, our narrator has described about two special qualities, special traits about his village. One is such mango. What is another? The narrator is telling another characteristics of his village. That just as the mango is special, so is everything else around our village. We have a creeper growing in the ever so fine water of the village pond. Narrator is telling the village pond is filled with crystal clear water, and in the village pond, watery plant creeper grows there. Its flowers are a feast to behold. Behold means to look at. And the flowers are very, very beautiful to look at. Get 2 leaves from the creeper when you go to the pond for your bath, and you will not have to worry about not having leaves on which to serve the afternoon meal. Narrator is telling that suppose you have gone to take a bath in that pond, And when you are coming back after your bath has been completed, you just take 1 or 2 leaves from this creeper, and food, actually meal, will be served to these leaves, because the leaves is so flat, so big. You know, sometimes in here also, that in some sweets shop, you know, the sweets actually is being served on the lotus leaf. Okay, lotus leaf. So our narrator told that this is the significance of it, that if you take 2 leaves of this, then the lunch will be served on it. It is so flat, so large. You will say, I am rambling. Rambling means talking like a mad person. Narrator is telling that you might be bored, and actually you may think that I am rambling. It is also like that when the subject of a village comes up, and narrator is telling that whenever the subject of village comes up, then it comes to me like this. But enough. If anyone of you would like to visit us, drop me a line. Our narrator again is inviting us to go to visit his village. He is telling, if anyone, after reading all these characteristics of the village, if you wish to come to our village, just drop me a line, means just write down me that you are interested to come here. I will let you know where Hosi Ali is and what things are like here. And narrator is giving us the assurance that I will tell you what the village is like and what the things are all like this. The best way of getting to know a place is to visit it. Don't you agree? And narrator is telling, yes, if you want to know about a place, you must go and visit it. I feel you also will be agreed about it, because whenever you go to a place and you see everything about the place, this will happen everlasting impression on your mind that we cannot get from reading of the text. So in this class, up to this, next day again we will meet with the next part of the class.